A major road project in Robbinsdale just reached a significant milestone. West Broadway Bridge reconstruction has now entered its next phase. Delane Cleveland reports on the latest from Robbinsdale.
Yeah, there are 3 bridges here on County Road 81 that connect Robbinsdale to Minneapolis. Last April, construction crews demolished the southbound bridge and spent the entire summer working on a complete reconstruction. Now, that part of the project is finally complete. Hennepin County officially opened the bridge last Friday and immediately shifted all north and southbound traffic onto the new bridge. Previously, all of the traffic had used the northbound bridge. Now, Hennepin County will begin the process of demolishing the northbound bridge, which is deemed to be structurally deficient. While crews take down that bridge, the county will close the intersection of Lowry Avenue and Theodore Worth Parkway below. County officials urge people to pay attention to the signed detours to avoid delays and frustration. Meanwhile, the work on the northbound bridge will go through the spring. For more information on this project, you can find a link on our website at ccxmedia.org. In Robbinsdale, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
A Brooklyn Park teenager has been sentenced for sexually assaulting a 6-year-old in a portable toilet in a city park earlier this year. It happened in Willowstone Park last May. The criminal complaint reads that a family couldn't find their 6-year-old child, and then an uncle saw him come out of a portable toilet with a teenager following him close behind. The complaint says the family later learned the child has been molested. 18-year-old Jonah Canny pleaded guilty to second-degree criminal sexual conduct in September. On Tuesday, he was sentenced to remain on probation for 5 years. He must also register as a sex offender. This week, the Brooklyn Park City Council voted on a design for the water tower on West River Road. The water tower holds 2 million gallons of water, and it needs structural repairs, safety improvements, as well as surface repairs and repainting. Staff selected 4 designs and sent them to residents to rank them. After 1,700 responses, option 3 received 56% of the votes, and the City Council approved that design on Monday night. The work on the tower is supposed to be completed next year. The owner of a Crystal restaurant that was on the brink of closing during the height of the pandemic says they have a lot to be thankful for this holiday season. As Sonia Goins shows us, community and staff support was key to the business surviving COVID.
My staff stuck it out and we managed to make it work, but it was tough.
Owner Francine Weber says there was a time when she didn't know.
Wondering if we were going to be in existence.
If Miltons was going to survive the peak of the pandemic.
Everybody's here and we were one of the lucky ones.
It's a full family affair here.
COVID took away revenue from the family-owned restaurant and its catering business.
We were down 60, 70%.
The Crystal neighborhood restaurant had to constantly change its business plan during COVID.
Every day was completely different, trying to figure out business, how to get business in, what to do with food, just, always reinventing ourselves almost on a daily basis.
Milton's revamped the takeout menu and even offered meals that people could cook at home. But the owner had to reduce restaurant and staff hours.
Everybody was really good at understanding, the hours that were available or that we could pay.
Staff members say they are very grateful to still have a job because there's still so many people out of work.
I am just thankful to have such a great job. I have been working here almost 5 years, and through thick and thin, friends always there for us.
The owner says while things are starting to turn around, there are still some hurdles to overcome. Weber says food costs have gone up due to supply chain issues, and they've had to take some items off the menu.
We've had to take our ribeye off the menu. It's almost $20 a pound.
The Crystal business owner says she's thankful to the staff who held on during the tough time.
We're all working together like nothing really has happened. If anything, we've gotten closer.
Weber is grateful for the community support during these unprecedented times.
I love this place, and they're so kind here and accommodating, and the staff are really special.
I love this community. Has just been really, it's been pretty, I get a little emotional about it. They've been great. So
in Crystal, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
A Golden Valley woman is doing her part to make sure people in need have what they need to stay warm this winter.
The need is great. So whatever it is that you feel like you can give, there's definitely a place and a heart that would probably welcome that.
Michelle Christensen is the founder of One Good Deed, a group of volunteers that commits to doing at least one good deed a month. Each year, she holds an annual scarf bombing campaign where they collect winter items for people less fortunate. So now through the end of December, the organization is accepting new or gently used and handmade coats, hats, gloves, and scarves.
We'll go out into the parks. They take the items out of the park, off from the trees, off the tennis court, chain link fence, and take it to wherever it is that they are staying.
The items will be distributed at Loring Park in Minneapolis and Kellogg Park in St. Paul on January 9th. More than 30 Minnesota makers and Omni Brewing will be back together this year for the Plaid Market out at the shops at Arbor Lakes.
Not only do we have a great market, but we also have a lot of interesting things besides the market, like Omni pop-up tap room. We're gonna have live music. It's gonna be really warm and fun and bright, and I think we'll hopefully kick off the holiday season with not only great maker products, but we're gonna have just a great time here in general.
I would say we're just most excited to be in touch with our community and be out in the world, get people to have some fun while they're shopping, have beer, have wine, have a good time.
The market will be held at Fox Run, which is between Pottery Barn and Bath & Body Works, and it will be for 2 weekends. There will be live music, food trucks, and Omni Brewing too.
The Prep Bowl for the 7 classes of Minnesota high school football is coming up Friday and Saturday in Minneapolis, and one local team is still alive. It's the last week of practice for Maple Grove football, and only teams playing for a state championship this week can make a similar claim.
It was our goal this season to declare when our last practice is, and we did that, so now we got to go out and win on Friday.
The Crimson routed Eden Prairie 35-3 last week in the state Class 6A semifinals. It earned the team's 11th win of the season and the program's first ever berth in the Prep Bowl. And that's made it exciting in the Maple Grove community and at school.
Yeah, they're very excited. They're just happy that we made it for the first time in school history. It feels amazing, and we worked our butts off in the summer, and we all came together and worked, so I think we deserved it.
Maple Grove now faces Lakeville South. The 12-0 Cougars have been ranked number 1 all season and are Class 6A's only undefeated team.
Well, they're a unique offense, so they put you just through their scheme. They put you in some tough spots. Number 28's a special player. He's a really, really good player, and they play good defense. I think their defense is very unsung. I think they do a really, really good job, and so if you look, they don't give up a lot of points, and so they're just a good, solid team.
The Crimson players all had a chance to experience the atmosphere of U.S. Bank Stadium in last week's semifinals, which should make taking the field this Friday night a little easier.
Last week was kind of the week where you get all the shock out of the way when you first walk on the field. Like, everyone walked out, said, "Holy crap, this is where the Vikings play." Like, that's awesome. But now we've played there, and it's nothing new.
The team will practice one final time on Thanksgiving morning. And while that might not sound like much fun, Coach Matt Lombardi promises it will be one to remember.
They're going to love it. I think they don't even know what to expect yet, but I'm excited as someone who's been lucky enough to have been through a few of them. It's a special day. It really is.
Maple Grove and Lakeville South are scheduled to kick off at 7 o'clock Friday night at U.S. Bank Stadium. Maple Grove's boys hockey team will join host Wayzata and 2 other strong teams at this weekend's CCX Turkey Trot Tournament. Jay Wilcox has more with the Wayzata Trojans.
A Thanksgiving weekend staple returns. After a 1-year absence due to COVID-19, the CCX Media Turkey Trot Boys Hockey Tournament hosted by the Wayzata Trojans is back Friday and Saturday at Plymouth Ice Center.
My sophomore year being in the locker room for that was a great experience to see all the fans and like the camaraderie of Wayzata hockey. It's kind of like what everyone looks forward to. Like in the off season, we're training, we're like getting ready for the Turkey Trots, like one of the biggest couple of games of the season.
Yeah, obviously with Thanksgiving, you know, families in town, obviously we can't go really anywhere because we got to play in a game, but then that means the families are coming here, so it's great to be able to play. You know, grandparents come down, aunts, uncles, everybody's coming around from all around to come and watch.
Wayzata will be joined by Maple Grove, Edina, and Moorhead for the two-day tournament, which started in 2002. Wayzata was 14-6-2 and reached the state semifinals in the shortened season last winter. They're a mix of young and old this season.
Obviously, we return our goalie, and we return 5 D-men, and then so our back end will be tough to start. We lost our top line basically, of seniors, and so we'll have 4 to 5 young kids in the forward positions, but we still got Matson and Streeter and Sauer and a couple other older guys that have played for a couple years. So.
With 4 strong teams in the Turkey Trot, Wayzata will get tested twice this weekend. They want it to be a stepping stone into what they hope is a strong season.
I really want to see some confidence out of our guys. People just going out there, playing their game, trying their best to stay relaxed regardless of the score, of what the fans are doing. Just go out there and have fun. Enjoy the first weekend of hockey.
Watch the Turkey Trot Tournament Friday and Saturday at 5 and 7 p.m. at Plymouth Ice Center or on CCX1 and CCXmedia.org. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
Find more Prep Sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.